I need your help. Before I get into why and how I need your help, I first want to start by thanking each and every one of the 17 subscribers that we have currently. I know in the grand scheme of things, to other channels, that's a drop in the bucket. But I appreciate the 17 of you that come out, watch every video. The few of you that do leave likes. It means the world to me. I don't know if any of you saw the other day. It's probably more of last week. We reached a milestone on this channel where we had the Cooper Wilcox one-on-one interview that reached 100 views. That blows my mind that 100 people took time out of their day to watch something I made. It's really humbling, and if anything, it just shows that there is an interest in UCL football out there, and it's something that it's only going to fill me more. So I thank you so far for your support and your commitment here to the channel. We started this about 2 months ago, roughly, and when we started it, which is a segue into my point here, I started it honestly partly as a gaming channel. If you recall, one of the first 2 or 3 or 4 subscribers, the only video I had out before I promoted the channel on social media was the NCAA 14 Dynasty trailer for a UCO Dynasty. Now, those who know, I restarted the UCO Dynasty that has ceased. Okay, that we can bring it back. And I bring this up because we're going to need content on this channel from pretty much now until fall camp. I don't want the channel to be just stagnant from then until fall camp. So I have some ideas that I want to talk to you about. So it is imperative. Please leave comments below. I will have the options also in the description. But the first is what we're going to do from now until the fall. I want to bring gaming to the channel, specifically NCAA 14 and Madden 12. We can, if there's a demand, look into, I have, I think, 2K. This will all be on 360. I'm not a fan of the next-gen sports games. It does not appeal to me. I have 2K, I think everything from like 2K10 to like 2K15, I think, on a 360. I'm not keen on it only because I work for the NBA, so I'm always around basketball. Kind of want to take a break from basketball if I can on this channel. And also have College Hoops 2K7. So that's also an option too. We wanted to. I think you can make a team on that. So we could always make UCO on that. But I want to focus on NCAA 14 and Madden 12. With Madden 12, it would be simple. We would literally create a team. Just create a team in there. It's so much deeper than the current Maddens are, which is why I greatly enjoy it. We create a team in Oklahoma. We choose a cupcake roster, and we start to build. And that's self-explanatory. We can do that in conjunction with the NCAA series. The NCAA series, I have 4 ideas for it. Well, maybe 4 or 5, depending on how you view it. There's one I like the most out of it, but I also want your guys' feedbacks, thoughts, and opinions on it. The first one would be like what you're seeing now on your screen, which is third time to restart the UCO Dynasty with the current spring roster. I went in, I found a different UCO team builder, and I was able to edit the roster as much as possible. There's some players that's not going to be on there because the years don't match up, and there's some I had to make exception for. Like, so for example, Bo Phelps, I think, is a junior on that roster, even though he's currently a sophomore. But, the key guys are there. Stephon Brown's there. Marquise King's there. Jason Gardner's there. Peyton Scott's there. Albert Fuentes is there. Zane Adams is there. Hunter Larson is there. Michael Slade is there. Kobe Stevens, all the key guys are on the roster. Okay, we got all the key guys there. I made sure that so that's an option. It would still be the same storyline, same sliders, pretty much the same schedule as the one I currently have up. So if you want an idea, check that video out. I think it has about 20 some odd views. If you haven't already checked that out, check that video out. It'll give you a better idea of what a UCO dynasty would basically be. The second idea, I like this more out of the options, me personally, is do a Rose State dynasty. For those who don't know, Oscar Rose Junior College is in Midwest City. It's a feeder college to UCO that's also known as Rose State. I went there, I had a great time there. They only have baseball, softball, and soccer. So we could go with the storyline of the fact that they're not only coming a 4-year, but having a team. And what I would do is make the roster extremely bad. Now, it wouldn't be walk-on bad. If you're the NCAA video game fan and you've seen other dynasties, you know what the walk-ons are for the overall guys. It wouldn't be that bad. It would be a slight step up, not by much. So maybe there will still be some guys in the 40s, maybe mostly in the 50s, maybe a couple of guys in the 60s as impact players. That I like the most because it's not directly tied to UCO. So there's not like I know this is a UCO Center channel, but there isn't that overload of like in real life UCO content and then video game UCO content. It would somewhat be more diverse. I think we could get more eyes on the channel who will then see the in real life UCO content, which is kind of the goal of adding gaming to it. If we get more eyes on it, there was somebody that commented fairly early on in the position breakdowns that said they actually became interested in UCO football and other Division II football that had subscribed for the NCAA 14 gameplay. So see, that's what I'm hoping for. If we get more eyes, they went into the channel, they see the one-on-ones, they see the highlights, and they're more interested in UCO football. So I think that would be a good way to still be UCO related, but also kind of branch out a little bit from that. On top of that, since there would be no hard set roster, I can have you guys, I can make you guys players. You say a position you want, your name, that kind of stuff. We could even make former UCO players as coaches because you get offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and a head coach. So you could tie it in that way. I like that one the most. I like that one the most. It wouldn't be that hard to set up. And I think it would be a fun time still being in Oklahoma with UCO ties. The third one would be we do a real life school like a Texas State, UMass. We can do that. We can do that. I don't know if we want to per se because, like I said, it's in the UCO Center channel. But I'm open to that. It probably wouldn't be as challenging because the roster wouldn't be as bad. And this the game I play the most, so I'm not bad at it. I'm not great at it, but I'm not bad at it. The fourth option, maybe you went to this with the third option as well, could be a death penalty dynasty, which you should see a picture on the screen now showing you what that basically is. So if we choose a real team, I would just add the roster to redshirt seniors. We'd sim a season, take all walk-ons, and we would not recruit for 2 years. We would not recruit for 2 years. The first year, I'd make sure you play every game on the road, and whichever recruits the game assigns you, cut them. It would be tough. It would be very, very, very tough. I'm down for that. That's something that you all are interested in. If you have team ideas for that, again, just leave them below. Personally, I like the Rose State. I kind of like we could maybe combine death penalty and the Rose State into one thing. I'd have a Rose State death penalty, but maybe have some limitations going into recruiting early on. I don't know. We can figure that out. But again, just out of those options, and again, there'll be in the description between UCO Dynasty, Rose State Dynasty, regular school, Teambuilder, or death penalty. And then we already discussed Madden. So I want to transition into the fall. And this is where I want the Cho Show podcast is not going anywhere. That's going to stay solely on Spotify. We've gained like 780 followers on Spotify. That will be on Spotify. However, if you are a longtime listener or if you've listened to any of the one-on-ones and seen the playlist, you'll see a lot of the recap ones were over an hour. I like how the signing day this past year turned out about the 40, 45-minute mark. I kind of want to keep that structure where I feel like you weren't cheated if you listen to that, but then you can come on the channel here and get more info. And so I have one idea that for sure we're doing, or I'm doing, is the player of the week. And I can do this because I plan this year to buy a MIAA season pass on the MIAA network. The reason why you only saw road highlights is because I bought single game passes this past season to watch the road games because I went to the home games. This way, I will have a full season's worth of highlights to pull from. So when we do the breakdowns, I'm not showing the same like 2-3 clips over and over again. But on top of that, it would give me stuff to make players of the game with. Additionally, I don't know as far as access. Now, I do know people on the team are willing to talk to us, which is fantastic. I do appreciate that. So even follow us like quarterback Stephon Brown. It'll be tough during the season. I feel like to talk to the guys because in the middle of the season, they got practice, they've got school, they got lives. But definitely player of the game. The players that we have players of the game for sure. Put that out. I want to save in the off season. This time next year, I'm going to put out condensed versions of each game. So similar to how you can watch, like the NFL Network might, they might show you the Jets Giants game and it might cut down some of the stuff. We could do the same thing because I'll have more time and over winter break and all that kind of stuff to get that done. Those two, I think for sure, I want to do. The third thing, and we could test this out with the Dynasty if I can figure out how to get it using OBS, is we could do some live stream. We could do like a weekly live stream on here where we can discuss UCO football in more depth. So you have the podcast, tells you the information like signing day, but you can come over here. I can interact with you all. You can interact with me directly. We can talk UCO football. We can talk just football in general. Whatever, and we could maybe do it for an hour. Maybe say we choose a day every week, like maybe every Tuesday at 7. We hop on for a live stream. I discuss UCO football. You have any questions for me? I can answer them. If we're able to bring on a guest, I know Dante McGee and Stephon have been interested in coming back on. We still hope to bring on Dante at some point during spring. So, like, if a player is able to make time for us, hop in on the live stream. We go live with them. We can ask them questions. We can ask us questions. I think it could be a very good time, a very good interactive time. Talk more about UCF football. Go into more detail about things. So that's if you all are interested in that, if you would show up to it, let me know. And if you are interested in it, let me know what a good time and day of week would be to do said streams. So I don't want to just do the streams and we get 1 or 2 people coming because I don't want to waste your time or I don't want to waste my time because it's going to be very tough to do it during, like I said, I work for the NBA. The NBA season starts during football season. So if I do to find time, I don't want to waste that time, doing that, but really doing anything. I don't want to waste my time, currently job hunting, that takes time. That's still in the middle of the NBA season, that takes time. So whatever I do, I want to make sure that people will indeed watch and support it. So if the live stream is something that you are interested in, let me know because I'd be willing to do it. I can do it directly from the same software that I use to record the one-on-one interviews. It would not be much hassle at all. I can stream directly to my YouTube channel. It'd be very, very, very easy. So again, let me know that's something that you're interested in. And if you have any other ideas for extra fall coverage, let me know. If we don't do the live stream, I still might consider doing something to that effect. Maybe just not in live stream form. Maybe it'd be something similar to like the breakdown vids Like I go in more depth and could show some highlights, show some game highlights on that. I don't know what I would call it, but that'd be a way to add more content. So, like for example, if Marquise King had 200 yards receiving against Northeastern State, on the podcast I mentioned, well, Marquise had a big game. Obviously, we're able to talk to Coach Marquise. We get a soundbite about that, but then I could go into greater detail on here about exactly how Marquise was able to do it. That Marquise was able to take a couple of slants to the house. He was able to beat a double team beat off of a nice move on a deep post, that kind of stuff. Go into more detail about that and other things. So those are the ideas I currently have. If you have any more ideas, like I said, please comment them below. I will look at any and all feedback, and I'll put out another update, probably post-spring, to tell you the direction of the channel. The final thing I want to discuss is vlogs. I plan to test out making a vlog on the spring game, which is April 23rd, 6 p.m. at Richardson Stadium. I will try. I don't know. I can't promise it. I don't know how the footage is going to turn out. I'm going to attempt a vlog. Just see if that sticks. See if anybody's interested in it. How I do a game day. Maybe start from how I would prep the night before to the game to making the post-spring episode. That kind of thing. I'm not going to tell you it's not going to be polished. It's probably just going to be, clips. But I just want to see if that's something that would be interested. People would be interested in, and I can do more of during the season. So again, like I said, don't want to take too much more of your time here. But that is the plan: is to start an NCAA series and a Madden series some point after. It was not even after spring. Some point in the middle of April, start getting that out. Like I said before, for NCAA, the options are going to be in the description below. But again, UCO, I already have part of it recorded, at least a little intro video. UCO, Rose State, Real School, another Team Builder, or a Death Penalty Dynasty, and then for fall possibilities. A live stream, a pre-recorded Broncho Extra in more detail type breakdown type thing, but for each game. And then possibly maybe we can get a weekly interview in. I don't know. But we'll see about that. I would love to get a weekly interview in with either a player or coach, kind of like a pseudo coaches show type thing. We'll figure that out. I want to either do the live stream, the breakdown, or like a weekly reoccurring guest type thing. Those three things I do. One of those for sure I want to do, if not two of them. And then we're gonna have the player of the week, and I said the player. Yeah, we'll have the player of the week every week. That for sure will indeed happen, as long as some sort of extra coverage on the channel. So again, any feedback, all feedback is much appreciated. Again, I just can't thank you all enough for further support. 100 views, man. That is just wild, man. Like I don't know you guys understand how much a view means to me, because to take the time out my day, evening, night. This is not a paid gig. Something I do is a labor of love. So to see that many people are interested and took time to view that is just it's humbling and it's mind blowing. And again, to all 17 subscribers at the time of that this video is airing, you should be seeing this first, because I'm not putting it out on social media until this coming Sunday. I truly thank you. I really do. I can't tell you how much excitement I get anytime I see that we've gained a new subscriber to the Social Podcast Network family. And again, I want to move forward with you guys in mind, what you all want to see, and try to find that happy medium there where we're both happy with the way the channel is headed. So again, please do leave thoughts, feedback below. Again, all the suggestions will be in the description. I hope to hear from you soon. We're on the lookout the 15th for the UCL Spring Football Preview on Spotify. Until that time, my name is JG Smooth. I'll talk to you all later.